So, 37 Waters Grove in Heathmont. Lived here for a long, long time now. In fact, we live on a dirt track, which is an extension of Marlborough Road, which is down the bottom of Heathmont. And the little dirt track runs down here to a car park and then onto a bridge that goes across the Dandenong Creek. We have bikes going past, we have all sorts of things going on here. It's actually a beautiful, beautiful place to live. You can see all the trees behind me. Well, it never used to be like that. When we got here, it was flat all the way through here. There were no trees over here, there were no trees over this way, just a nice paddock out the front there where you could play with the kids and all that sort of stuff. But I can tell you, it was very, very loud around here. Because there was no trees, it was sort of an open area, it was open to all sorts of stuff going on, and we had lots of police vans coming up and down here a lot to keep an eye on what was going on. For example, we had 2 cars blown up over there in the paddock. We had somebody tried to burn the bridge down twice in 1 week. We had wild parties over there. You'd have photography sessions over there with people filming their cars and kids' clothes and all that sort of stuff. It was a weird, weird area. You never knew what was going to happen at night time. And on this particular night, it was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and we heard very, very clearly a car come screaming down this dirt track. You could hear it coming a mile away. The sound of the engine and the aggressive music that was coming out of that car too were amazing. They flew down here and turned this area into Donut City. Round and round and round and round they went, and finally they stopped. So as per usual, Florina was at the window looking through the blinds at what was going on out here. So they got out, they started smashing bottles everywhere. They were obviously drunk. They were standing on top of their car. The screaming, the language was unbelievable. So we rang the cops, but we waited. The cops never came. And so I'm thinking, I need to do something about this. And so I concocted a little plan. I said to Floss, I'm going to head down. I got an idea. And she said, are you kidding me? What are they going to do to you? And I said, I think I'm going to be okay. I got a bit of an idea. So what I did was, I came out of the house and I turned towards the car park and they saw me. And I ran down to them and they said, I'm just making sure you guys are all right. And they said, what do you mean are we all right? Who are you, mate? Who are you? I said, oh, my name's John, but I'm just making sure you guys are fine. I said, what are you talking about? I said, there is some nutcase guy out here. He's been out here for about an hour down in the scrub. He's got a gun. He's been shooting randomly at people. The cops are hiding over in this area here. And obviously you haven't heard what's going on, mate. You're right in the line of fire. I don't know if it's a good idea. And they said, oh, thanks, mate. They got in their cars, whew, up the dirt track. We had a lot of stuff happen down here.